Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing? Man, Antonelli here.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing? Man, Antonelli here. So, with no baseball in our lives for quite some time, I want to do a little something with everybody. Let's pick. I want you to put in the comment section below, if you had to win one game, right? You're in the World Series, Game 7. I want to know what your starting lineup would look like. You could pick from any player that has ever played in Major League Baseball, okay? So you need a starting lineup. I'd like you to have a DH, and then you need a starting pitcher, okay? So what's that? 10 players total? I think my math is right, okay? So put in the comment section below what your lineup will look like for that World Series game. I'm going to put mine in a second, but don't look at mine. Don't cheat. Write yours now in the comment section below, and then you can find out who I have, okay? All right, so here we go. Hopefully you've already written down your starting lineup, and here is my starting lineup, starting in the leadoff spot, in left field. It is Barry Bonds. All right, so Barry Bonds, 6'1", 185, pre-steroids, 7 times MVP winner, 14-time All-Star, 8-time Gold Glove, 12-time Silver Slugger, 3-time Player of the Year, 2 batting titles. Numbers are outrageous, 162.8 career WAR, almost a 300 hitter, over 500 stolen bases, almost 800 home runs. I know these are video game numbers. They're just crazy. If you look at his career right here, just look at this. Just scroll down here. Look at these awards. His numbers are mind-boggling. I was going through these numbers, and if we go to this season right here, 73 homers. This was the absolute ridiculous, juiced out of his mind season. Oh my God, look at his OPS. Look at his OPS these 4 years. So this is when Barry got mad and he was like, okay, McGuire and Sosa, no more attention on you. Everyone watch me. And this is what happens when, I guess, you juice out of your mind and you were already one of the best players ever. I mean, his numbers here are still ridiculous. His numbers are amazing, right? He always hit for power, and he stole tons of bags. Look at his stolen bases every single season right here. But then it just got bonkers, right? The stolen bases went down because he got so big and strong, and he just began hitting, monster homers. Plus, he was old. Look at how old he is in these years. He did this at 36 years old. That's just not human. I'm 34 right now. I can't get out of bed and walk in the morning. And he got better and better and better. So, but I still got to put him in my lineup because, I think he might be maybe the best hitter ever, especially during those years. You just couldn't get the guy out. Maybe his most wacky number is his on-base percentage. He had a 609 on-base percentage. He reached base over 60% of the time. Amazing. So, Bonds absolutely got to be on the team. Okay, next, we're going over to Mike Trout. All right, so in center field, we're going to have Mike Trout. Now, obviously, still a current player and still really, really young. His numbers are outrageous, and they're going to continue, if he stays healthy. I'm basing this off of him continuing to put up, maybe not these exact numbers, but really solid numbers for a long time. Willie Mays, I was going to put Willie Mays here, and then I said, you know what? I love Mike Trout. He could become one of the greatest players to ever play the game. Willie Mays is one of the greatest players to ever play the game. But we're going to go Mike Trout, 6'2", 235. He's a middle linebacker. Here are his numbers. 3-time MVP, Rookie of the Year, 8-time All-Star, 7-time Silver Slugger, 2-time MVP. Did I say that already? Oh, All-Star MVP. Oh, sorry. Player of the Year. So it's amazing. 72.8 WAR. He's really young still also. He's going to play, hopefully, for a really long time. What is he? Year 28 season coming up. So if this guy can stay healthy, take care of his body, he's got a chance to continue to put up these numbers for at least another handful of years, and then he just can't fall off a cliff, and he'll be one of the greatest players to ever play. Another guy that power, speed, can really do it all on a baseball field. So I've got to put Trout in center. I know a lot of people are going to say Mays. I know. I was going to put Mays, but I decided to go with Trout. Just projecting his career out, thinking he's going to do this for a long, long time. Now, we're going over to the 3-hole. Our DH. Put him at DH. Teddy Ballgame. Ted Williams. 6'3" and a wiry 205. Hall of Famer. 2-time MVP. 2-time Triple Crown. 19-time All-Star. 6-time batting title. And 5-time Player of the Year. 121.9 WAR. Let's check out his numbers. Here's the crazy thing that you always got to keep in mind with Williams is he didn't play these 3 seasons because he was in the military. So imagine what his numbers would have been like if he had played those 3 seasons. Numbers are still bonkers. 344 career batting average, 42 on base, 634 slug. Unbelievable. If we look at his 406 season right here, didn't even win the MVP that year, and he hit 406. 553 on base percentage, 37 jacks. Look at this. Look what he's doing here. He's doing this, and then boom, doesn't play for 3 seasons. Then he hops right back in, and he's like, I'll just go for 38 and 123. So crazy statistics. And here's the thing. This is kind of what, although he does have this big year here when he's 38 years old. But you can see his numbers start to dip a little bit here. I guess not really. Guy still, oh my God, the guy hit 400 and then 407. I mean, this is what's crazy. You say his numbers start to dip. I mean, not really. Dipping for Ted Williams is hitting 345. What the hell am I talking about? Unbelievable. Teddy Ballgame. He's going to be my DH hitting in the 3-hole. All right, up next, we got this guy named Babe Ruth. He's pretty good. The Great Bambino. The same guy? All right, 6'2", 215. Hall of Famer, of course. MVP, 2-time All-Star, 7-time World Series champion, batting title, ERA title. Guy pitched and he hit. I got him playing right field. I mean, yeah, sure, why not? 182 WAR, 342 lifetime batting average, 714 ding-dongs. Let's check out his career right here. So, wow, a guy came up as a 19-year-old, played until he was 40. Unbelievable career. The homers, right, he gets going right about here. 54, 59, 35, 41, 46. Oh, down year, 25, only played in 98 games. And then 47, 60, 54, 46, 49, 46. Holy shnikes. So, I don't think we have to talk a whole lot about Babe Ruth. I think everybody's heard of him. If you haven't, then you've been living under a rock for 100 years. So, Babe, going to be hitting in the 4-hole for me, playing right field. Now, in the 5-hole, our first baseman, Lou Gehrig, 6 foot, 200 pounds. He's in the Hall of Fame, of course. 2-time MVP, Triple Crown winner, 7-time All-Star, 6-time World Series champ, and a batting title. 114.1 career WAR, 340 lifetime average, almost 500 home runs. Let's check out his numbers during his career. Played from 20 to 36. Again, you see the homer, you see the RBI. Look at these seasons in RBI. It's nice playing for those Yankees teams. 185 RBI, 173, 166, 173, 147. Man, did this guy like to drive in runs. It's nice when you have that many runners on base, but power hitter, drives in runs. One of the best players to ever play the game. So we're going to go with Lou hitting 5th. Hitting 6th. We're going to go with Mike Schmidt playing 3rd base. So, Schmidt, 6'2", 195, 3-time MVP, 12-time All-Star, 10-time Gold Glove. This guy could play a little bit of defense. World Series, 6-time Silver Slugger, and a World Series MVP. Almost 107 career WAR, 267 with 548 homers. Let's check out his numbers. All right, so you can see the power here. Almost always in the high 30s, 48. Look at this season right here. So here's his 2 of his 3 MVP years. 48, 121, 31, and 91. And then down here as a 36-year-old. Was Mike on the juice? I don't think so. 37 and 119, 35 and 113 as a 36 and a 37-year-old. Unbelievable. And he played great defense. So not only did he hit for power, his average was, a 267 career hitter. So not an amazing average, but solid average. But tons of power and great defense. One of the great defenders over at 3rd base. So he's going to be hitting in the 6 hole. In the 7 hole, we're going to go to one of my all-time favorite players before he joined the New York Yankees, Alex Rodriguez. I know, steroids, I know, but still, I'm going to put him over here. 3-time MVP, 14-time All-Star, 2-time Gold Glove, 10-time Silver Slugger, batting title. I know Cal Ripken was a stud shortstop as well. But A-Rod, when he was with the Rangers, one of my favorite players of all time. Just love A-Rod. And I'll put him in here. 117.6 career WAR, 295 average, almost 700 home runs. Amazing numbers. Let's check out his career. Started as an 18-year-old, played until he was 40. Last couple years were, I was going to say last couple years were rough. He did have this 1 year right here as a 39-year-old. This when he got back on the juice again. 33 homers. You can see these years right here. Right, didn't play a lot. I don't remember the exact timeline of all the steroid stuff going down. I know he was suspended a couple of times. But if you look at these main years, right? Like look at this. This was the year right here. His first year in Texas. This is when I was in love with him, 2001. So I was in high school at this time. Right, these are my high school years right here. 52, 135, 57, 142. Amazing. Gold glove. So, just a freak. I mean, did performance-enhancing drugs help him? Yes, I'm sure they did. But big, strong guy, athletic, could play shortstop. Could have probably played shortstop for a lot longer when he moved over to 3rd base when he joined the Yankees so that Jeter could play over there. But what a player, A-Rod. Okay, catcher. My catcher hitting in the 7 or hitting in the 8 hole. Yeah, is that right? Mr. Johnny Bench, 6'1", 197. Hall of Famer, 2-time All-Star, 14-time MVP. Or, excuse me, not 14-time MVP. That'd be pretty good. 14-time All-Star. Rookie of the Year. 2-time World Series. 10-time Gold Glove. World Series MVP and Player of the Year. So 267 with almost 400 homers. And here's the thing. When I first did this, I was going to go with Yogi. But I feel like I don't know why this is. I mean, I do know why it is because he played a little bit later than Yogi did. He played until 83. I've seen a lot of clips of Johnny Bench. Watching Johnny Bench throw runners out is like a thing of beauty. What did it say he was? A 10-time Gold Glover? Yeah, 10-time Gold Glover, right? Plus a really good bat behind the plate. I could have easily put Yogi in here. I bet a lot of people will put Yogi in here. But I'm going to go with Johnny Bench, okay? I don't know why. I'm just going with him. Came up as a 19-year-old, played till he was 35. years old. Let's look at his big-time years. Wow, as a 22-year-old, he hit 45 homers and 148 RBI. Was the MVP as a 22-year-old. Unbelievable. Then as a 24-year-old, he wins the MVP again, 40 and 125. Solid career. Power, as you can see here, power starts to take a dip. Didn't play as many games here. I don't know if that was health-related, just giving him more days off because he was old. Not this one. I mean, that'd be a lot of days off. Assuming he got hurt in that year. Oh, wait, is that the strike year? I don't know. I wasn't born. So, Johnny Bench, going to be our catcher, hitting 8th. And then, hitting 9th, Rogers, Hornsby. We're going in the way back machine right now. This guy was born in 1896 in Texas, so you know he's a good ball player. 127.2 WAR. I didn't put too many like really old players on my list. But when I was thinking of second baseman, I was going to put Joe Morgan. But then I checked out Hornsby's numbers, and they're bonkers. I mean, the guy played in the early 1900s. Baseball was a little bit different back then, but the guy hit 358, hit 300 home runs as a second baseman. WAR was off the charts. And look at this guy. Look at this guy's career. He played from, I can't even get the whole thing in here. Played from 19 to 41. Started in 1915. Unbelievable. So, had a super long career, although if you look at his numbers here, right? I mean, my boy Rogers could have used some performance-enhancing drugs. Look at this. So the guy crushed it. Absolutely crushed it in his 20s. Look at this year right here. 42 and 152. 39 and 143. So just crushing it. And then the power... Well, he didn't really play much when he was older, I guess. That makes sense. Didn't really play. But when he was playing, when he was in there getting his 600 at-bats, man, did he smoke balls. So, Joe Morgan could have been in here. Again, the game was so different back then. Obviously, I've never seen Rogers Hornsby play, but I've heard his name about 100 million times. And so I figured I had to give him a shout-out and throw him on the list. Okay, now my starting pitcher. My starting pitcher is my favorite pitcher of all time. Pedro Martinez. Now, there's obviously tons of pitchers that you could put as your pitcher. I'm going Pedro because I was a huge Red Sox fan, and this is my childhood right here, watching Pedro. Hall of Famer, 3-time Cy Young winner, Triple Crown, 2004 World Series, 8-time All-Star, 5-time ERA title, and an MVP. Now, 5'11", 170. Here's his career WAR, 2.93 ERA. Now, here's the thing. If I've got to win a ball game, again, there's a lot of guys we could put up here, but if I got to win a ball game, I'm going with my boy, Pedro. These years right here. So this is my childhood. I was born in 85, okay? So right here, he gets sent over in 1998 to Boston. These years right here, these are like 99 was my first year of high school. So I'm in high school right here watching this thing. 207 ERA, 174 ERA. Like, just unbelievable. Are these the years? Yeah, so these are them right there. So he wins the Cy Young with Montreal. And then he comes in second, comes in first, and comes in first, all with Boston. Just amazing years. So, really, I'm going with Pedro again because he's my favorite pitcher of all time, but also because if I got to win a game, I want him on the mound. Now, there's tons of guys you can put out there. There's like probably 10 to 20 pitchers that you could put. This will probably be the one position where there's going to be a lot of different guys. Might not be a ton of Pedro guys unless you're from the Boston area. I'm sure there's still going to be a good amount. I mean, yeah, he's one of the best pitchers of all time, but I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of other pitchers that are listed. All right, guys, so that's all we have. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone's starting lineups in the comment section below. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you can get all of our videos. Thank you to our patrons on Patreon for supporting the channel. We really appreciate that. Don't forget to go over and check out Matt getting
to the Hall of Fame in MLB The Show 20. No baseball. Go watch Video Game Matt. You may think that sounds silly, but I bet you if you go watch it, you will enjoy. That's all we got. We'll talk to you later.